Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds. And today I'm here with another fragrance review. This is not a very talked about fragrance from a not very talked about house. It's kind of in their mid-grade line. They do have an upper line that I'm trying to get my hands on. Currently, I'm just trying to make a decision which one I want to go to. But the one we're going to talk about today is from the House of Ajmal, and it's Qafiya 2. So this comes in a 75 ml bottle. It's a really nice quality glass bottle. I mean, it is from their mid-range line, but let's talk more about the scent. So the note profile has 6 notes. The 3 that I think you're gonna smell the most are sandalwood, spice, and coffee. And I mean like a dark roasted ground coffee that you're gonna smell. Like it's a much more adult coffee. It's not a latte, it's not a cappuccino, it's not whatever coffee can sometimes be in fragrance. No, this is a dark roast coffee, and it just blends really well with the sandalwood and with the spices. And as all of that kind of blends together and unfolds, I actually find it to be a very pleasant fragrance. It is dark, it is fairly creamy, it's got some sweetness to it. It's not overly sweet, but I feel like there's just a touch of sweetness because I've got really dry fragrances, and this is pretty dry, but there's just a touch of something there that makes it a little bit more wearable. Now, when I say a touch, I mean literally that. So if you're expecting a sweet fragrance, this is not it. If you're expecting a mass appealing fragrance, this is again not going to be it. But it's a different fragrance. I haven't smelled anything like this before. In terms of performance, I saw somewhere that someone said only use a few sprays. Well, I put 20 on and no one got offended. I wore 20 at work and it was fine. But just like a heads up, I sprayed it on about an hour before work. So when I got there, it was pretty much perfect. Try not to go like right in front of your nose because it is a little bit sharp if you're gonna just kind of put it right in that line of scent. But it's a really nice fragrance. Again, creamy, dark, definitely I would say niche. This is not like what you would expect everyone to love. But performance, you're gonna have really good sillage, great longevity, good projection. I didn't find it to be beast mode, which with this, I don't think you want it to be too beast. Again, I live somewhere where it wasn't too hot. It was pretty much mid 60s to about 70, maybe mid 60s to almost mid 70s, but with a nice, nice little bit of wind. So it was like kind of really good temperature for this. And it worked out really well. In the heat, it may be too cloying, but we'll talk about that when we get to seasons. Who can wear this? Very unisex scent. The only thing I would say is in terms of age, I don't think anybody younger than 25 would like it. And I don't think really anybody younger than 30 would like it. I honestly think that you have to have more mature taste to enjoy this. However, if you are under 30 and you do have mature taste, I think you are going to enjoy this quite a bit, actually. It's a really upscale, mature, seductive fragrance to me. This scent I find very alluring because of how dark it is and how it's not just, I don't think you can smell it and just immediately pick up on the notes. I'll kind of add to that. I passed by one of my workmates and he said, "You smell like pine cones today." And I was like, I kind of get that. I got a lot of like comments about it smelling woody, which I totally get. Sandalwood is, you know, it's a wood. So no one said anything negative about it. I actually got a lot of compliments on this one too. So most of the men that I work with said, "Hey, you kind of smell woody." Most of the women are the ones that just said, "Hey, you smell really nice today," or "You smell good. I don't know what that is. You smell nice." So it wasn't like the most ultra compliment beast, but I got a pretty healthy dose of compliments with this one. I think the performance was part of the reason why I got so many compliments, but I also think that that kind of creamy, alluring scent was another reason. Now, do I think that you should blind buy this? No. Yes, I got compliments with it, but I don't think that this is a scent that everyone's going to like. In terms of where you could wear this, I find this to be a nighttime fragrance. I did wear it to work. I don't think this is a work fragrance. I think this is a date night fragrance. I think this is an upscale formal fragrance. And if you want to pick seasons, I would say fall and winter. But if you guys have what we have in the spring and some summer nights where it's nice and breezy, it's pretty cool. Sometimes in the 50s, you could totally wear it then as well. So it kind of depends on where you live. If you live somewhere humid, I would not reach for this in any type of heat. I think it would be a little bit too aggressive, but I don't. So just so you know, if you live close to where I live, you will be just fine in terms of using it on summer nights when it is in the, 60 degrees. Price point, this is mid-range, so you're gonna get it for between $65 and $75 for 75 ml. I think it's really good for what it is. Again, it's really different. It's very niche. I haven't smelled anything like this before, but I do not feel like this is something you should blind buy. I mean, this was in my cart for a while before I pulled the trigger, just because I knew it didn't seem like something that anybody should blind buy. I tend to like that dark coffee. I don't really like when coffee comes off too milky in fragrances, because then it's like sweet. I don't hate sweet fragrances. I actually really enjoy a lot of sweet fragrances, but I want to be balanced enough to have some sweet and some not as sweet, because I do like, the drier stuff some days. And this one I thought was gonna be like just ultra dry, maybe not wearable, but again, I feel like there is something in there that makes it a little bit more wearable, at least for me. If you enjoy sandalwood, I feel like you will really enjoy this. Like if you really like sandalwood, like if you would be more than happy wearing sandalwood on its own and you think, hey, maybe a little bit of spice to sandalwood would class it up a little, this could really be for you. I mean, it's just not going to be for everybody. I can't just sit here and say, hey, you should blind buy this. No. Really know your taste. Really know if you like a dry fragrance. And that will kind of give you like the heads up of whether or not you like this. If you like something like Versace Wow, Wow is pretty dry as well. And I also find Wow to be sexy and alluring and kind of draw people in. This is kind of like that. It's a little bit sharper. But it's the Versace Sator Wow is the one I'm talking about. If you like that, I think it's very likely that you will like this, because they both have that spiciness there. Wow is basically just a bunch of spices. Wow is like pretty much the fragrance that I love layering with anything that I find too sweet, because it tones it down a little. This is kind of like in that same vein where it's spicy, it's drier. It's kind of got that really nice creaminess to this one. If that's something that you feel like you're interested in, maybe give this a shot. But again, I wouldn't rush to blind buy this. I would read a lot about the reviews on Fragrantica. Honestly, it has really good reviews, so just kind of see if any of those people seem like they're interested in what you're interested in, or if you like my taste. Again, I like things that are alluring, that kind of keep people guessing. This one, I would probably go 10 sprays on a date night. Draw people in, let them want to smell what you're wearing. That's the type of fragrance this is. If you have tried this, because I don't think a lot of people have, please comment down below. Tell people what you think, the comments you've gotten, where you typically wear it. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.